It's Absolutely Auburn, a place where we'll talk about all things Auburn, Maine, because we're in the middle of it all. The City of Auburn's communications team is dedicated to helping you connect with city government and learn everything you need to know about Auburn, our city, our people, our events, and our community. Welcome to Absolutely Auburn.
On this episode of Absolutely Auburn, we have Officer Tim Robinson of the Auburn Police Department, along with his magnificent canine, Brick. And our first guest co-host is joining me, Jenna-Rae Brown. You're not going to want to miss this. Welcome back to Absolutely Auburn. I'm your host, Jen Bonig, and joining me in the studio this week is our first guest co-host, Jenna-Rae Brown. Welcome, Jenna-Rae.
Welcome. Thank you.
And Jenna-Rae is the executive assistant with the Public Services Department. So thanks for, getting outside the normal workday duties to join me on the podcast. I appreciate it.
No problem. I'll give it a shot.
And today in the studio, it's probably going to be, we're betting it's going to be the best podcast episode yet. So look out, City Manager Phil Kroll, because Officer Tim Robinson and his canine partner Brick are here, and they're coming for that top podcast spot.
Oh, that's right. We have big shoes to fill.
Yes, you do. So thanks for coming. Thanks for bringing Brick. We always love to see him. And in June, you and Brick finished a 14-week training at the Maine Criminal Justice Academy. And Officer Robinson, how long have you and Brick been working together? And can you share a little more about the recent training you just completed?
So I've been paired up with Brick since April of 2023, so last year. We graduated from the Maine State Police Patrol School that's held in Vassalboro, Maine at the Basic Law Enforcement Training Program. We're able to get certified in tracking, article searches, building searches, obedience, both basic and tactical obedience. And also he's proficient in apprehension work as well. So he's multifaceted. He's a very smart dog.
He is super smart. Mm-hmm. We love to watch him work.
Yeah.
So how long have you been with the Auburn Police Department? And can you walk us through what a typical workday looks like for you and Brick?
So I don't think there's a typical workday. I think that's just the job as a police officer. You never know what you're going to do when you come into work. And then you put in a dog and it gets even more crazy. But I've been with Auburn for almost 2.5 years. Previous to Auburn, I was a sheriff's deputy for a local sheriff's department outside of Androscoggin County. A normal day for us is just answering calls for service. I'd like to get out of the car a lot with Brick and engage him with the community if I can, if possible. And we just do a ton of canine training, both on duty and off duty. And then when we get called upon to go somewhere to find somebody or find something, and we go, no matter where it is.
So why did you decide to work in the Auburn Police Department's canine program? And I guess why did you want a canine partner versus a human partner? Although I think dogs are better than people. I'm not speaking for you, Officer Robinson, but
yeah. Honestly, since I was a kid, I've been around dogs. I had German Shepherds growing up, and I got into training German Shepherds. And I've always just wanted to bring my personal hobby of training dogs into my career. So I got a great opportunity to do that, and it's been the best thing that I've done both in my personal and professional life for sure.
So our canine officers have their own page on the city's website, and we've had 4 other canine officers over the years, starting in 2007. Brick is named after fallen Auburn police officer Norman Philbrick, who died in the line of duty on July 7th, 1949.
And Brick is the department's first Belgian Malinois. Did I say that right,
You
Officer
did.
Robinson?
Yes.
Okay, I was stressing on that a little bit. And our other canine officers have been German Shepherds, which I think is pretty standard in law enforcement, yeah?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And Malinois are known to be tireless workers who are confident, intelligent, and curious. And I think Brick is all 3 of those things for sure. And I know when you guys had finished your training in June, there were some videos that were posted on the Auburn Police Department's Facebook page showing Brick in action, which is always exciting. So definitely go check that out if you didn't see that. Obviously, he can turn on the business, the law enforcement side, but Brick lives at home with you, right?
He does, yeah. He goes everywhere that I go. I have a kennel for him outside and in my house. And when I'm home around the house, he's just follows me around everywhere that I go.
Yeah, he's definitely your shadow.
Oh, for sure.
We see that here all the time.
Yeah, he's my better half, that's for sure.
And I know I've seen him at National Night Out. Kids love to come up to him, and once with permission, they are able to pet Brick, and he doesn't seem to have a care in the world.
No, he's very good. I made an effort to get him out and socialize him so that he could turn it on and off, and he does a really good job doing that.
He really does.
When you're at home, I don't know who else lives with you at home, but does he listen and obey to the other people as well, or?
So you could tell Brick to sit right now, and he would probably do it for you.
Okay.
He's a very obedient dog. He'll probably look at me for confirmation, should I sit, and then he'll sit for you. But it's just me and him at home, and if he doesn't listen to me at home, he goes in his kennel. He likes to test my patience at home a little bit. He's like a child.
No,
Yeah.
I don't believe that. Now, I've heard you talk to Brick and give him commands.
Yep.
Do you also give him commands in a different language? Because sometimes some of what you're saying, I'm like, okay, what is he telling him?
Right. So some of his commands are in Dutch, and then like sit is obviously in English. But his like apprehension command needs to be a word that no one knows.
Okay.
Because if it's said in context, obviously he would
do that.
He would do that. So
Okay. So, all right. That makes sense. That's because, you don't want people just yelling random things at him, right?
no, that's for sure.
And does he kind of switch between the work to the relaxed mode just based on your tone? Or what is like the...
Yeah, so he definitely picks up on my body language and the tone and pitch of my voice for sure. That's a big part of our training, is to kind of always, no matter whether he's doing something correct or incorrect, is keeping the same tone and pitch so the dog doesn't get upset, and then the dog can totally shut off. But when he's in the cruiser, he knows he's working, and you could probably hear him barking from a mile away because that's his home, so he protects it. If someone comes near it, he barks like crazy.
Yes. Yeah. I was going to say,
Yeah.
I've happened to walk by the cruiser coming back into the building, and I'm like, oh, Brick must be here because
he's
I
very
hear him barking.
He's super protective of his cruiser.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've heard him in my office before. Look around.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
You have you get to see him come in and out of the building down there, don't you?
Yeah, sometimes I go to key up the radio and all you can hear is Brick barking.
Now, as we had mentioned, Jenna-Rae mentioned this earlier, he's named after fallen officer Phil Brick. And just last month, July, we had a special dedication of Phil Brick Square right off of Court Street. Mm-hmm. And I know you and Brick were able to be there and meet some of Officer Phil Brick's family. Do you want to share a little more about that experience?
Yeah, that was a very great opportunity. I believe his daughter was present, and they absolutely loved Brick. That was just a great opportunity. I think it was the dedication memorial right across the street from where the accident that unfortunately killed Officer Phil Brick happened. So it's very special to be there, and then be there with Brick definitely is a very good opportunity for us.
Well, I know when I got there, they were all asking when Brick was arriving because the extended family was super excited to meet him, and it was great to...
Oh, yeah. His family brought like a goodie bag for Brick with bones and everything. So they were definitely appreciative to be there. And I was appreciative to be part of something like that with Brick for sure.
It was fun. And like I said, at National Night Out too, he gets to come and hang out. I think he wanted some lemonade, but we just gave him some water instead.
Yeah,
that seemed to be a safer bet.
So it sounds like there have been a lot of opportunities for community engagement with Brick.
For sure.
Can you tell us maybe about some of the others that you've experienced?
So National Night Out every year, that's a great one. I think people come from, like I had people come to National Night Out and they said, we specifically came here to see Brick, which is kind of neat that people would go out of their way to come see Brick. He's like famous on social media right now on the Facebook page, which is awesome for us that we can kind of do community policing over the internet right now and kind of reach out to the community. The police department can with Brick. Also, last year we did the Citizens Police Academy. I did a class with Brick. So a lot of the citizens of Auburn, he's getting restless now. Brick, sit. There we go. We did the Citizens Police Academy. I did a demonstration at the Citizens Police Academy, so I get to reach out to all the residents of New Auburn. They absolutely loved Brick, and just getting out there and doing demonstrations. I think the general public doesn't really understand the capabilities of law enforcement dogs. They think that he just goes out and bites bad guys, and he does so much more than that. They're so intelligent. You can train this dog to do just about anything. And on top of that, he's such a community outreach tool. It's just kind of insane. I mean, I have people honking at me down Center Street saying, "Hey, say hi to Brick." Like, it's incredible what this dog has done for this community.
And now, I think you mentioned to me, you and Brick are going to be headed off to do some additional training. And
yes.
I'm sure you're probably always doing training, but what are you guys headed off to do next?
So on Monday, we both go back to school, back up to the Maine State Police School in Vassalboro. We're going for narcotics school. So he'll be certified after 8 weeks in narcotics detection. So he'll be able to detect narcotics, hopefully on people and in vehicles and packages and things of that nature. So he'll be able to contribute to the community even more once we're done with that. I think we're done with that October 18th, and then we'll be back on the streets of Auburn.
Wow. And I know he's also helped track folks, whether they've run away from the police, which don't run away, people. Brick is going to find you. Or even for folks who've gotten lost or whatever, Brick can help find people, right? In
Yes.
various situations?
Yes. So not only does he do criminal tracks, but he can do tracks for just missing people, missing children. We had one track of a missing juvenile who ran into the woods, and Brick was able to successfully track him and get him some medical attention.
Wow.
That's great.
Very cool. What's it like being Brick's dad?
That's the best job in the world. He tests my patience a lot, but it's very, very rewarding to be a canine handler. And I'm just grateful for the opportunity that the Auburn Police Department has given me and entrusted in me to make this canine program successful. And Brick's only 3.5, so we have a long career ahead of us. So there's a lot of good things to come for Auburn.
Typically, how long is a canine dog in service?
It really depends on like their health and everything, but I'm hoping that I can keep Brick on the road till he's 9 or 10.
And is that, I know it kind of depends on probably the dog and how quickly their body might break down, probably depends on exactly what they're doing day in and day out for work. Yeah,
so it really depends. I know some handlers retire their dogs early. We'll just have to gauge it. That's probably the last thing on my mind right now. We're just getting going and getting our feet under us and contributing to the community. So we have a long ways ahead of us to even think about that.
So outside of this exceptional canine, what's the most interesting part of your job with the Auburn Police Department?
Honestly, I think I said it before. I think just coming into work and not knowing what you're going to do. I could be making a narcotics arrest, or like the other day, I installed an air conditioner in someone's house for them with one of my supervisors. Like, you just never know what you're going to do. And I think having the variety of things like that, of just not knowing what to expect and having to just adapt and meet people is just great. I'm not stuck in an office all day long. I think I'd go nuts if I was in an office all day long. So it's nice to get out there and talk to people and get out of my car and interact with the community.
Now, we ask everyone this question, and it doesn't have to be work related. What is your favorite thing about Auburn?
What is my favorite thing about Auburn? I would have to say that it's probably Brick and I's favorite thing, and it would have to be Mount Appetite. We go there all the time, and we do some training, and I take them off leash and just let them go explore. But other than that, I think the community really supports the police department. I think there's a lot of good people in this community that want to see the police department be successful and fully staffed, and being backed by the community in this career field is very, very important.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever reward him with like a pup cup from Dairy Joy, or is that strictly off limits?
He might have got one yesterday.
Of course. And now, do we get to ask Brick a question? Do we think we can make Brick talk?
We can certainly try.
He's pretty chill over there right now.
He is.
I'm not sure if he's going to want to talk.
I don't know. He was patting his head and he almost fell asleep on my lap.
He looks pretty relaxed over there.
Watch him. Quiet.
Wow, what a bark, Brick.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a microphone either.
I know. He wasn't even close to it.
Off.
Well, to learn more about the Auburn Police Department, you can visit auburnmaine.gov, click on the government drop-down, and go to the departments. Then click on police, and you'll find a ton of information, including the K-9 program page. You can also find photos of Brick and the short video clip Jenn mentioned earlier by visiting the Auburn Police Department's Facebook page.
Anything else you and Brick want to share with us before we end what's surely going to be the most popular episode of Absolutely Auburn, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the opportunity. I look forward to being out back in the community once we finish up our school, and just stay tuned on the Facebook page because I'm always taking pictures of Brick and sending them to Liz Allen. So there'll be more to come with Brick on social media.
Yes, definitely make sure you follow the Auburn Police Department on Facebook, because that's where the majority, I think, of information and those handsome Brick photos get posted.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
It must be fun working with Brick.
Yeah.
So thanks, Officer Robinson. I appreciate it and appreciate you and Brick taking time out of your day to come join us.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on Absolutely Auburn. You can find all things Auburn, Maine at auburnmaine.gov and goauburn.me. You can also listen to us anytime, anywhere you get your podcasts, including Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio, just to name a few. The City of Auburn's communications team wants to remind you that Absolutely Auburn is the only official podcast for the City of Auburn, Maine.